91.52% game completion. Now to be fair, it's counting our shadow items, and I'm not going to count that. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Horizon Zero Dawn. Last time...
The way to the mountain will be hard. Ferocious machines prowl every step of the climb.
More corrupted.
Not corrupted, but they will not tolerate humans.
Most of them don't. Last time we finished up everything that we could have possibly been distracted with. There's no more collectibles beyond data points on the map right now, and I'm not going to go after any data points. I'll still check the ones that are in ruins because I feel like those do contribute to the story as a whole. But we're moving on. We've come this far. We've been up here before. Time to keep going. So, story stuff. That's all we have left in this series. That's all we're going to be doing. And to be honest, I have no idea how to get to where I'm going. How do I get to where I'm going? Game? What do you expect of me here? Oh, I probably need to use the handholds. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, back on track. Maybe I decided to block this entire section out from my memory. That was a very long portion that I recorded a long time ago. Anyway, been looking forward to this place for a very long time. You all know that I have been. And I'm already lost again. Because of course I am. Well, I guess I can... Yeah, that's right. I climbed out here, and then I just jumped straight up. Even though she's not very willing to grab anything this time, you gotta kind of guide her along a little bit more. Fantastical. Alright, moving on. Yeah, sure, that's worth the slow motion. Don't know if it was the first time, but this time it definitely is.
Yeah, it's guarded all right. But I can get through this.
Yeah, we've done this before. Hopefully there's not another Stormbird. But I do remember the machines out here being particularly vicious. Do not know if it was just because I was trying to get through them real quick or what. You sound like a very aggressive raccoon? Okay. Well, the machines up here are aggressive, the animals are too. You go be aggressive somewhere else, dude. I'll let you live. You did a well enough job evading. And there's... high up there. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna say nope. Let's poke around the corner here.
How much gets past them?
Oh, hi. Don't know if that's the same one. I hope it's not. I'll just assume this is the second one. That seems like the safest thing to do. Alright, cool. Yep, that'll be the first one, I'm going to assume. Although that attack didn't take out too much health, so it's probably a third. I see you up there. Don't try to play dumb with me. There's two more somethings behind me, but this guy is a priority right now. Oop. A watcher? Seriously? Oh, it's a red-eye watcher, I guess. At least I suppose so because he actually survived that attack. There we go. Okay, this one has more health than the previous one. I don't know which of these I've killed was the original one I shot. Wonderful. Also, that one there moved. Why? Do I want to know? Also, something I was thinking about during a couple episodes ago. Whenever we collected all those blood missions for Nils, did anybody else notice, and the episode probably isn't out yet, so there could have been a comment, but did anybody else notice that all those he wanted, not counting the Stormbird because we can't be certain, but all the ones he wanted were different machines that were most likely created after Hades went rogue and started making things specifically to kill humans. Just gonna, if you don't mind. Thank you. Yeah, much appreciated. Hi there. I win. It's like a Western. He said draw, and I'm like, blap. But yeah, the machines that we were collecting the blood from most likely weren't around until after the whole corruption phase started. It's not the corruption. What was it? You know what I'm talking about. Never mind. Let's move on. Up the mountain. Hope that the Stormbird isn't back. Although if it is, we have a very competent weapon that we did not last time, which would help a great deal in killing such a creature. Oh, that one you were able to jump to without me needing to prompt you, even though it looked so far away.
Now I know what they're guarding.
Yeah, whereas before we didn't. There are more machines in this area. There's some Ravagers somewhere. Oh, come on. I know there are Ravagers in this area. And I'm just running straight through without a care. Also, I know I could have started at the bottom of the mountain, but I know that there's also going to be some specific dialogue between her and Silence as we climb, so I wanted to include that. Also, if we're going to climb this entire distance anyway, the build-up kind of adds to the whole atmosphere, so, you know, I figured I'll just go ahead and include it. Yeah, it's stuff that we've seen before. Yeah, if I cut it out, you wouldn't miss much, but the journey is the destination. Come on. Need to appreciate the journey for what it is. And they did a really good job building up this mountain climb. There's no other reason to come up here except for a vantage point. So we might as well appreciate it, enjoy it, soak it in for what it is. And I hope that you guys are buying this because I'm really trying to sell it on that fact when I keep on going the wrong direction. No machines in this area, actually. Not a bad thing, although I wonder, did we not kill those in the previous area last time? Because in this area, I'm pretty sure that we killed everything we possibly could. Thank you. I need that fatty meat. That meat of the fatty meat. Fatty McFat meat. He's a fat raccoon. Call him a fat coon. Anyway, moving on. Am I trying to go toward an invisible wall here? Sort of. I need to climb
A quick way down.
the waterfall, and I didn't see any handholds. They were probably on screen, and I just never noticed. Where are they? Here they are. Yeah, I don't remember seeing these ones. I was looking for white rocks, so not surprised that I missed it. In fact, I'd wager it wasn't on screen at all in the first place. So, saving face. All right, no Stormbird, no Stormbird, no Stormbird. No Stormbird. Please, no Stormbird. Just making our way up real natural.
I'll tuck that away.
Yes, you will. No Stormbird. I think we're clear. No Stormbird. Enemies on this mountain don't respawn. Alright, will not complain in the slightest bit. But not what I was expecting. Glad for it, though. Alright, so, one thing I'd like to point out that I didn't quite put together before, but on the climb up here, it did. You know how in lots of stories you got stuff like Terminator, most prominently, where machines evolve to kill all humans because they want to survive and all that kind of stuff? They didn't do that this time, not with Hades. We're probably going to get some dialogue here in a moment because, you know, that view.
Gaia's sacrifice. It did this. Cracked the inside of the mountain like it was an egg.
Yes, yes. Quickly now. I've prepared the way ahead for you.
So you've been in here before.
To a point. You'll see.
Another door that needs to scan us. Well, I'm glad that there aren't any Eclipse in this area that we need to fight. But as I was saying before...
You made a climbing path for me, but left an
Thanks,
army
game.
of machines for me to deal with?
Since when were machines any obstacle for you? If you could fly, I wouldn't have bothered with the climbing path either.
This wasn't here before, though. I mean, this part might have been, but it might have not.
Down.
As I keep trying to say, most killer machine programs in science fiction, when they decide that they need to kill all humans, it's always because they need to kill us all to survive. Oh yeah, I guess iRobot was another one of those. And they didn't do it this time. What they did for this one was humans created a machine that was programmed to completely wipe out life and all work on Earth. And it was that a rat? I need to kill a rat. And it wasn't a terrible idea. Like, they had a reason to program it that way.
The kind of place I expected to find you in, Silence.
Thank you. It's one of many workshops I've constructed over the years.
Kind of cool, I suppose. Before we talk to him, though, like this, the Hades program was programmed to wipe out all life on Earth, all of everything on Earth. And there's a reason that it was programmed that way. Like, normally you'd think, okay, you're just asking for it to create something like this. But not only was there a reason to create it, it was a good reason. And I don't know if I've ever heard of any science fiction story where robots are the enemy, where that is correctly done. Like, it's always, humans are a threat to the robots. Well, gotta kill all humans now. I'm monologuing here. You shut up. And I really want to point that out because it's something to appreciate. And I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that while I was going through the game. Just extra bonus points for that.
For years, I tried to get through this hatch. I drilled, I burned, I blasted. But we both know that you won't have any trouble getting through.
You make it sound like I should apologize.
Not at all. It never occurred to me that the way through would not be with force, but with a key. A key in human form. The failure of imagination was mine, not yours.
Looks like you've spent a lot of time here.
19 years ago, a great explosion destroyed this mountain. Gaia's death, your birth.
You'd remember it.
The echo could be heard as far as the claim. Ash darkened the skies. How they fretted in Meridian as they tried to read this omen. The crater burned for weeks, but when it cooled, I was the first to behold what lay within. Over time, the machines closed ranks to protect it. Useful. Soon, no one dared to come here. Except me.
In her message, Gaia said we could restore her, but after seeing the damage, how could that be?
She said any effort to repair her must come after Hades is destroyed. I concur. Rebuilding the terraforming system now might allow Hades to use it as a weapon. Because of Gaia's sacrifice, it has been forced to search for means that are less convenient.
But do you think it's even possible to restore Gaia?
You know what the Cauldrons are capable of. How they fabricate any technology necessary to create a machine. By the same principle, it should be possible to replicate every technology necessary to repair Gaia. But that would take years, and we're counting the time we have left by the hour.
I thought you might actually be here this time. Actually, here.
Why? My presence is unnecessary. You don't need my help to pass through this door. You were the one born to do this, not me.
It's time for me to head in.
Yes. When you find the Master Override, you will gain the power to defeat Hades. Everything depends on you.
Okay.
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are clear to proceed.
If I'm right, this should be the last druid in the game. I don't think that we're going to have a confrontation with Hades in a bunker. I feel like it's going to be out in the open against him and his machine army. Well, there won't be any shortage of supplies, even though we keep selling this stuff off. Gaia Prime arrival log.
Logging arrivals. Shan Margot.
Welcome to Frozen Hell. Population 10.
11 counting Gaia.
Don't count your chicken embryos before they're incubated, hon. She's still firing up. Be a while before you eat that omelet.
I'm vegan, Travis. You'd think we'd worked in the same secret base long enough for you to notice.
We weren't scheduled to shack up here for another 3 weeks. You realize I just lost 350 kilos of pre-code smut comics in transit.
Wait, actual physical media? Why didn't you have it digitized?
Can't beat the feel of physical media on your fingers. And in here, we ain't gonna be touching a whole lot else. Figured I was gonna pass the time archiving them. What about you?
Me? Work, I guess. My task queue stretches out for like 3 years. There's a lot of sharp edges to round off. After that, I hadn't really thought about it.
Oh, you will. You're what, 30? Reckon you'll be the one turning the lights off at the end. Food for thought, huh, vegan?
This sucks forever.
Nah, not forever. Just the rest of your life.
So, they finished up their work, and this is where they came to die? I mean, live out the rest of their lives in paradise and then die.
Mind your footing.
Ooh, it's kind of morbid. Like, we've seen plenty of skeletons all over the place, and yes, obviously, people died here, people died there, people died in all these various bunkers. But, like, these are people that we've actually seen, as well as heard, multiple logs of, and probably Elizabeth too? Maybe Ted Farrow if he was involved in the process? Like, the last people left on Earth. This is where they came to die. It's just crazy to think of. Okay. Like, I'm usually not bothered by that kind of stuff. I don't mean, like, death in general. That's something I've already said I'm trying to avoid talking about, but just the whole thing is very... I don't know the right word. Somber isn't quite right. Respectable, respected, those aren't quite right. I don't know. Anyway,
Guess that's my way across.
won't worry about it for now. There's some other stuff that we can look around at, things we can poke through. I need to remember to notice the quest marker and see what it says. But there is something up here. Looks like it might just be... Come on. Looks like what's up here might just be the mushrooms for health, which I don't need. But we don't know that that's all there is, so, you know. Might as well have a look around. It was guiding us over here in its own strange way. Surely there's something over here, right? Some more lore? No, there's something. The final power cell.
This should be the last power cell I need to get to that ancient armor I found.
There was something over here. You could have missed this. All the others were along a very specific path that you practically had to go to. This one is very out of the way. The only idea that you'd get to come over here is, oh hey, there's some mushrooms over there. Maybe there's some lore if you're interested in scanning it. But nope, if you're not interested in any lore and you see that the waypoint marker is leading you in that direction, you'd say, no, I'm good. You'd never get that power cell. Everything else up to this point, so that one's kind of trolly. Which I should probably be upset about. Really, Aloy? You idiot. Oh yeah, zipline, that probably makes a difference. I am so glad she grabbed onto something, because I didn't know there was anything down there.
It's, held like this for 19 years, right?
Well,
Don't answer.
Now's not the time. I mean, you shouldn't have asked in the first place if you didn't want an answer, but probably not the best time to ask those kind of questions when you're distracted by trying to climb on them. Let's try to maintain your focus here.
Glad that's over.
For now. Anything else? That's where they want me to go, but if I look around a little bit more, maybe there could be a something, right? Right? Please? No? This sucks. Anyway, like I was saying before, the power cell was a little bit trolly in that regard, but at the same time, I kind of like it because it made me laugh. Like that when you actually feel like you discovered.
Not this way. Maybe further up the shaft.
And I'm fully willing to acknowledge that was probably bad game design, but at the same time, it wasn't, because they were able to guide you over there with the mushrooms. If you knew that you were needing to look for something, or even if you suspected there were things you wanted to look for to try to find, yeah, good mushrooms, they'd lead you over there. Surely there's something that everybody wants to collect in this game, right? You don't just kind of get full up on inventory and then go, well, I'm done, not gonna go hunting for anything else.
This must have been where they lived. What's left of it. Once this was all enclosed by rock and metal.
I wonder if we're gonna find any remains. They'd be calcified if there are any, but even then, there was an explosion that destroyed a mountain. If there was anything left behind, I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't survive.
Record. I just woke up. I see the numbers, but can't make out the time. I was dreaming of... I was giving a lecture in Q Hall. Maybe it was something more shamanistic. I don't know. An audience of shadowy faces under a blank open sky. I told them the world ended with a bang. A plague of robots. The last humans. We went out, not with a whimper, but a whisper. You know, in caves, ending like we started, huddled around a flickering glow. The heads of state, the Fortune 5s, the leaders, and lottery winners, and life cults, all of them buried in their little shelters. Some believing they'll live it out some way, somehow, or Elysium, or us here at Gaia Prime, no different. A multitude of tiny societies taking hold, flaring, dying. Some will be beautiful, some horrific. None of them matter. Short-term civilizations. One last gasp. One last gasp for the long-held breath. Before I wake up, I know the audience is gone. I'm talking to myself. To a quiet planet. A barren sphere. Just Gaia. And her long, long dreaming. I hope she won't be lonely.
Don't know if I've said it before, but the Fallout games are not a narrative I enjoy because everything is just hopeless and dismal, and yeah, I get why that is a thing, but I don't enjoy it because that's all it is. And in a place like this, that's kind of the same thing, but it's not a sadness or a longing for something that you left behind. The people who lived their lives, the rest of their lives here and died here, they were at peace with themselves and the world. Everything that they could have done, they did. They had no more regrets. It's just kind of a happy ending in the saddest of circumstances. Well, probably not the saddest, because, like I said, there's still hope left. Hope that they created, but hope that they will never see. And I really like this area. All the little logs we're finding. It's really sad, but at the same time, I'm loving it.
Evacuation happened so fast. No time to think things through. No time for goodbyes. There were lines in the medical ward. I told Tom Paik I'd be with him when he went under. But there was one last shipment of Paradiseidae zygotes I could get processed if I rushed. I'm still angry at him for forcing me to choose. Angry at myself for... well, he died alone. And I didn't get the bloody birds of paradise saved either. All the time left in the world now to think. Gaia Prime's locks are sealed. Elysium sealed up, safe and sound. A distance of miles, but it might as well be on the other side of the galaxy. All the betas and gammas and support staff living their lives. If I hadn't been an alpha, if things had gone differently, I could have been there. Instead, I'm spending the rest of my unnatural life in here with people I don't even like. And without the one I would have gladly spent my life with. Given the chance. 2 hours since I signed off on the final executables, and I'm already a bitter old man bitching to his focus. There's a thought for future generations.
I don't have any commentary for that one. I don't know if there's anything that possibly could be said aside from that much. Jeez. I think this is my favorite location in the game so far. Visually, it's been just another bunker. But there's an atmosphere here that wasn't anywhere else. Almost couldn't be anywhere else. There was the first bunker we were at as a kid where everyone kind of died by ritualistic suicide of a sort. But this one is a different kind of tomb. It's a peaceful tomb. There's so much to say about this kind of place, and I wish I could say it, but
Elizabeth's room.
I don't have the vocabulary for it.
I know it. She didn't even get a chance to unpack. These are her journals. Elizabeth's journals. And they're all destroyed?
Scan them. The Focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow. To us, it seems a powerful device, but its engine is tiny and limited.
How slow?
Days, weeks, years. Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them.
Okay, I've got to go in after this one manually, which is fine. These are the ones I already checked. We've already missed one, at least. I was looking so carefully, too. Lots of text logs, but this last one is a voice recording. So we'll unlock those later on. Not really sure what you expect me to do in here. Climb up, I guess? Not sure how she knew this was Elizabeth's room either. Like, she wouldn't have the memory of that. There's no way. Memory doesn't work that way. Well, I guess it can in science fiction, but still. Memory doesn't work that way. You don't have memories that aren't yours.
Elizabeth. What is this?
What? What is that? That's a... It said shrine. A shrine to Elizabeth? I really hope there's not going to be a battle in here. Game, please don't do that to me. There's more stuff beyond in here. What stuff is beyond in here? Show me something, anything. I will settle for a text log. There's nothing. Like at all? Maybe I could scan something accidentally, right? Nope. Maybe something will open up after I check this stuff. Holographic flowers? Oh.
This is Charles Ronson. I'm logging this 6 hours after final deployment of Gaia Prime. This morning, an access port seal malfunctioned. Gaia Prime's port seals were designed to close with a seam of less than 2 millimeters. But this one closed with a 10 millimeter gap. Enough for an energy signature to bleed through. Enough for the swarm to detect this facility. Enough for Gaia to be discovered and destroyed. Enough to end the future we worked so hard to make possible. Unless the hatch servos were manually re-engaged from the outside. I'm now switching to a recording of the event.
Well, I'm not going out there. Not what I signed up for.
Either we sent someone out, or all of this was for nothing.
It should be Liz's decision.
So when is she going to get here?
She said 5 minutes. You don't think...
Oh no. Okay, everyone. I've repaired the seal. Gaia?
Seal closure at 1.4 millimeters. Confirmed.
Elizabeth, no. We'll find a way to bring you back in.
It's not gonna happen. The swarm's too close. Really. It's alright. Gaia's complete. She'll take care of things from here on out. That's what she does.
Not like this. There's so much we...
Guys, you know me. I'm no good at endings. At letting things end, so, let's not.
So, happy trails, Liz. And, see you around.
Yeah. Take care of each other, alright?
Liz.
I'm okay with this. I want to go home. Goodbye.
That was the last transmission of Elizabeth Sobek. She gave everything for the hope of life on this planet. And we are all in her debt.
Aloy?
She's gone. Really gone.
You knew she couldn't have survived, Aloy. And her achievements were beyond exceptional.
While her people bickered, she was the one who took responsibility. The only one who could.
She was better than them.
That's not what I said.
She was. You shouldn't be afraid to admit it.
You think she was better because she was smart. Because she designed Zero Dawn, but you missed the point. What made her great was that she was willing to sacrifice herself. For others. for everyone who would come later.
No. She couldn't let her creation fail. You're confusing will for sentimentality.
You're wrong. Remember, she knew it wasn't enough for Gaia to think. She taught Gaia to feel. To care, to sacrifice, to believe in life. Enough to fight against hopelessness. If it wasn't for that sentimentality, life would have ended. You and I would never have existed.
Your argument is sound. I'm sorry for your loss.
She said she wanted to go home. Maybe.
What?
Nothing. It's time to go on.
You'd hate it, Liz, but I wrote you a eulogy. I had to try to express all your children. After all Apollo has taught them, they'll think they know everything. But they have to understand what you did for them. How you loved the whole world so much. With an intensity that was dazzling. Bruising. And in the end, it killed you. Or you died for it. Different perspectives. No one could keep up with you, live up to you. I don't know, maybe if I hadn't taken that postdoc in Joburg. I'm glad you shot down the Lightkeeper protocol in the end. I don't think I could have taken seeing another one of you. I mean, Elizabeth Sobek. There's only one. I miss you.
Hell, Liz. I know you're never gonna hear this. That's not the point. You got to play the Savior and the Martyr all at once this time. Great work.
Look, Liz. You're a pretty stand-up gal. I'm sorry you died. If you had a home to go to, I hope you got there first. But this monument Ronson's made to you? Kinda creepy if you ask me. Rest in peace, Liz. God knows you earned it.
Something really quick, I don't know if anybody noticed. These journals were all gene-locked so only Elizabeth could read them. I think that was a really nice touch. I think I'm going to call it the end here. There's more to come in the bunker, but I don't know if whatever comes next is going to top this as far as emotional weight. No, it probably took a little too long getting up the mountain, but I had to try just for the climb up here. I felt like it would have been worth it. Kind of cut that off earlier, so, you know. I felt I owed it to the game. But we're going to call it the end here. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I'll see you next time. Take care. Here's one more to see us out.
Hello, Margot. How are you holding up?
Dr. Ronson, I've been getting a lot of messages, unsolicited messages from Ted.
Margot, I'm sorry. With Liz gone, we've got no one to run interference with him. I'll talk to Ted. He mostly wants updates, constant updates, hundreds of updates on things he knows nothing about. Liz used to field all of his crap.
He doesn't understand the systems at all. That was kind of by design. But he's getting pretty sketchy with me.
We just have to keep him happy. Liz always said keep him happy.
Are you kidding? You ever hear how she talked to him?
She was managing him, Margot.
I mean, maybe I should ignore him. He's buried in his pyramid with the Hola Hola girls and Panta Antimod cuckoos. What can he do?
Such a weird note to end on. See you next time.